Experts say the best defense to battling cancer is early detection, and that's part of the reason Sentara started its mobile 3D mammogram bus tour, and it's coming to a city near you soon. Today we have Brother Rutter, managing partner at Rutter Mills, here to tell us about how they are helping in this effort. Good afternoon. Thanks for being here.
Well, thanks for having us here.
Okay, tell us about this event and what people might be able to participate in.
Yeah, this particular event is Thursday from 8:30 to 2 o'clock at our Virginia Beach office at 4287 Holland Road. The Sentara mammogram bus with the 3D great technology mammograms will show up and be doing free screenings for people who sign up. We do these at our offices all around Hampton Roads, pushing early detection to help people survive breast cancer.
Obviously, it's a very important thing, right? We're talking about early detection and what that can mean when it comes to someone's life. But for you all, why is it such an important thing for what you're doing at Rutter Mills?
Well, once you start talking to people about breast cancer, you realize that it's touched so many people we know. And I'm not just talking about, 1 degree of separation or 1 or 2 degrees of separation. Really, the number of people who have been impacted by this is tremendous. My wife, for instance, has had breast cancer twice, and it wasn't a recurrence. It was 2 separate breast cancers. Within our Rutter Mills family, there are many, many breast cancer survivors. And then if you go to parents, children, grandparents, the percentages are astronomical. But what we know is that early detection and early treatment saves lives and gives better outcomes. So one of the things that we do in the community, because it's touched so many of us, is try to make sure that we can help people get that early detection and get that early diagnosis so they can get the early treatment and the better outcomes happen.
I mean, because it really can be the matter of somebody's life changing with them getting that early detection and getting it early. How long have you all been doing this?
We've been partnering for a couple of years now with Sentara, and we've been using October, because it's traditionally, Breast Cancer Awareness Month, to try to push awareness and push education about early detection for the last decade or so.
All right, so I got to ask you this as well, that recently there was some legislation that was put forth in regards to what we're talking about here.
Yep.
Can you give any insight to that?
Sure, and it's a work in progress, but there will be new regulations about diagnosis of density in breast material. Right now, when a radiologist reads a mammogram, they look for the tumor markers and the shadows, and they look for breast cancer. But dense tissue breast can be more difficult to diagnose cancer and can also put people at a higher risk. So they're now going to start also diagnosing dense breast tissue. So that might create some more conversation with your doctor. It may or may not change protocol. It may or may not change what you need to do. But certainly if you have more risk, it's good to know that, because there's things you can do to manage that risk more closely and better. So those regulations will be rolling out, and hopefully we'll see better information, better education, better diagnoses in the future.
But for now, we have the event that you all are providing.
Right.
How can people register for that?
Okay, you can go to our website at ruttermills.com, or you can find us on Facebook or Instagram, or you can go to Sentara and just look for the Sentara 3D mammogram bus and sign up for your free screening.
All right, Brother Rutter, thank you so much for being here. Thank you for what you're doing. Hopefully people will show out who can use the help with that, get that early detection.
Wonderful. Thank you all for highlighting this great issue.
Absolutely. Okay, we'll be right back.